Welcome, my friends of the interwebs, and welcome to you know what, this is going to be an edition of Real Life. I'm going to do this voodoo politics style. And for those of you who don't know what voodoo politics style is, well, it's kind of like a bench talk. But I'm going to be doing a real life, this is going to be considered a real life video, while I clean my 686. Yeah, I'm going to try to finish up this Hobbies Elite. Though I have in real life moved on to the Ballistol because it's a superior product, in my opinion. Okay. Anyway, real life. I don't know what episode of real life this is. 20-something. There has been a ton of real life videos. And most of them fairly well received. Let's talk about Pinhead today. You know what? Eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and kind of take off from the story of where he was fucking with my loggers. But for right now, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to use some of this too, this clean bore. I'm just going to use all kinds of cleaning stuff. Oh, and the Militech. And I wanted to give a big heads up. Guarguar 1981 has a video on Militech. It's a must-see. He's hooked up with the company that actually manufactures Militech, and they gave him it's kind of like a promotional code, a little bit different than that. You've got to ask for the YouTube discount, but you get 15% off of your Militech purchases. Those of you who have not used Militech, you should give it a shot. All right, anyway, real life. You know what, real life, I have probably, I don't know, 50 million messages in my inbox every day of people asking me when I was going to do another real life. And I feel bad that I haven't been able to keep up with them because I know that there are people who, that's the only reason they subscribe to me, is for the real life. And I kind of, it's one of those things. You know, I can't even really explain why I don't do one every day. I know there are people who'd like me to every day. There are new rules to the real life saga, though. Because of my television situation, and for those of you who do not know, I am in the process of developing a reality TV show with a production company. I'm not going to name the production company, but they're a real deal production company. So the television the TV show will be, for the most part, evolving around my gas and oil situation on my property. I can't really say much more than that. I'm really not even supposed to say that much. But when I do real life from this point on, there's just not going to be any talk about what's going on with the oil and gas. You know, sorry about that. The good news is Pinhead has almost nothing to do with the oil and gas. The only thing I will say about Pinhead is oil and gas is that he actually has Pinhead actually has a well on his property, a gas well. I think he's actually ran free gas to just about every house in the holler that he owns. You know? And yes, he owns property. I mean, you know, he is a check drawer, and he is a Becky grower and a pill seller and all that stuff, but he's also an entrepreneur. You know, he's managed to accumulate quite a bit in his life, which isn't too bad considering that the taxpayers pretty much subsidize his existence. He's an idiot. You know, and I wanted to talk about Pinhead because most of you know that I had I don't know, a few weeks back, or a little bit longer than that, had went down to Kentucky to meet with a film crew. And they were going to film me for the weekend. Some of you have actually gotten to see some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, which is a big no-no for me, but I don't care. While the film crew was there, we were driving down the road, and here comes this new Kawasaki T-Rex or Threx or however it's pronounced, and it's Pinhead because Pinhead's got himself a really nice Kawasaki side-by-side ATV. It's like, I'll bet you anything that side-by-side is like almost $20,000, if not $20,000. Not too bad for a check drawer. But I hadn't seen it before, so I wasn't completely positive that it was Pinhead coming. And sure enough, it was. I wasn't in. I had sold my Dodge Ram, and I wasn't in my my normal ride down there. And I didn't know that he knew. I guess he already knew that I was driving I'd rented a truck. It was a Silverado to go down there. And anyway, so the film, the casting director, producer chick, whatever you want to call her, she's seen all my real life, so she knows who Pinhead is. But Pinhead really wasn't going to be part of the story. So I didn't even go into Levi Branch. I didn't bother to go down that road. And anyway, so here comes this Kawasaki. Deep down inside, I thought to myself, I'll bet you that's Pinhead. But, I don't know. What are the odds? There's a lot of people around here have those 4x4s, those little T-Rexes seem to be the big hot thing now. I don't have one personally, but a lot of people down there have them. They're pretty expensive. You got to be a pretty good Becky grower to be able to afford one. Well, actually, there are people that aren't Becky growers that do afford them. Just not Pinhead. Anyway, so here comes this T-Rex, and it's him, and he recognizes me. I don't recognize him till it's just about over. And as he's passing me, the only thing that inbred cousin fucker could think to say, he yelled, "Fuck you!" I mean, it was epic because, two one-syllable words. And the funny thing about Pinhead is he's always telling people how he's going to kill me and he's going to burn my house down. Oh, and the latest thing is I have an elderly relative that lives down there. He's 83 years old. And Pinhead has been telling people that he's going to kill him. I guess in retaliation for, things that I have said on YouTube. And he's convinced that I'm trying to get him arrested, which, if he wasn't a criminal, he wouldn't have to worry about such things. If he wasn't a criminal, Richard Hunter trying to get him arrested shouldn't bother him. But, he's, a criminal. So anyway, he's been telling people he's going to kill me and burn my house down. But see, now there's a new one. Now, he gave me permission to talk about him, so I'm not violating any kind of trust here. But Pinhead's neighbor, I'm going to leave a link to him underneath this video. His channel is ShadowColt999. He is a freaking awesome guy. I mean, he really is. He's a freaking awesome guy. Unfortunately, he drew the short straw, and he's neighbors with Pinhead. Now, I'm neighbors with Pinhead, but I got a mountain in between me. I got Hunter Mountain in between me and Pinhead. Pinhead's not going to like me calling it Hunter Mountain because he owns half of it, but, it is what it is. It's Hunter Mountain as far as I'm concerned. So I don't have to deal with Pinhead on a regular basis unless he interjects himself into my life. Or I should say inserts himself into my life. Probably a better word to use. But, man, ShadowColt999, he's got to deal with that goofiness every single day. So lately, because ShadowColt and I are friends on YouTube, well, and in real life, truthfully, Pinhead believes in his mind, at least, that me and ShadowColt is trying to get him thrown in jail. So now, by the way, ShadowColt is nobody to fuck with. He really isn't. He's a pretty badass. He's a pretty badass guy. So Pinhead knows, he couldn't stand much of a chance against him. So he's been telling people that he's going to hide in the weeds and shoot ShadowColt. Well, I don't think he might as well use his first name because ShadowColt doesn't really ring off the tongue. Charlie's his name. He's going to hide in the weeds and shoot Charlie in the back, which, truthfully, is the only way, to be honest with you, that Pinhead would stand a chance against me or Charlie. Truthfully, he's for a while there. Pinhead was running around telling everybody how he had whipped my ass, and Pinhead, he weighs about $110 dripping wet. And he ain't whipping nobody's ass. At some point in his life, somebody had laid his nose across the side of his face. So Pinhead's nose actually faces in, like, I don't remember if it's a westerly direction or what, but yeah, he got smacked pretty hard. But yeah, I don't mind that Pinhead's going around telling people that he's going to kill me, though. I'll be honest with you, because, well, and I don't even mind that he's running around telling people that he's going to whip my ass or has whipped my ass. No, because nobody believes that anyway. You know, even the people he thinks believes that, they all laugh when they tell me, you're not going to believe what Pinhead said. Because Pinhead knows, mano y mano, he would get the ass whipped in his life if he fucked with me. I mean, he knows that. That's why he threatens to shoot and burn people's houses down and all that craziness. Unfortunately, if he's pilled up, which he stays pilled up a good part of the time, but if he's pilled up, I wouldn't put it past him to set my house on fire. I really wouldn't. Now, having said that, Pinhead, I know you watch my videos, so I don't mind telling you this. If my house catches on fire, two things. One, you'd just be doing me a huge favor because, you know, I've got about $200,000 worth of insurance on it. But the other thing is, do not think for a second that the people that you've told you're going to burn my house down won't be testifying against you in court. You know, you think they're your friends, but believe me, everybody that you've ever told that you were going to burn my house down hates you. I don't know that. Pinhead, I hate to tell you this, brother, but I don't think you have a friend in Bell County. Honest to God, I really don't. I think your own dog would probably testify against you if he could. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't really, truthfully, I don't really mind him telling people he's going to burn my house down or kill me or any of that stuff. What I don't like is him telling people that he's going to kill friends of mine, family members of mine. That I don't like. He can say whatever he wants to say about me. I've left his family out of this. But if he wants to bring families into the situation, he can keep running his mouth. Because I don't think it's going to work out too well for his families. In fact, if I was his brother, either one of them, honestly, I'd take Pinhead out back and beat him within an inch of his life. I really would. Because in the end, he's bringing negative attention onto the family. I'm not. He is. You think for a second I would have mentioned Pinhead had he not fucked with me? I mean, truth. See, that's another thing, too. Now, there's another YouTuber that lives down that way, and he's friends with me. And he tells me all the time, people tell him, oh, you better watch that Richard Hunter. You know, he's going to end up ratting you out to law and all this stuff. The fact of the matter is that there are probably a dozen people that I personally know that grow marijuana down there and do other things down there that I would never in a million years try to get them jammed up, ever. They haven't fucked with me. I don't fuck with people that don't fuck with me. It's simple as that. You know, so Pinhead's got no one to blame but himself. If I was his family, I'd give him a serious beatdown. Anyway, I don't know where I'm at time-wise. I'm probably over the damn 15 minutes. Yeah, thanks, Fat Mike, you piece of shit. But anyway, I will let you all go. See ya.